If you're still making images manually like a caveman in the year of our Lord and Savior 2025, then boy do I have the video for you, because I'm going to teach you how to use your robot slave, ChatGPT, to whip up some branded product photos and image ads that you can use to test any product in only a few minutes. And if you stick to the end, I will give you the exact prompts and plug-and-play templates that you can clone and use for your next product test. So, you're welcome in advance. Now, the first step in this process is we need a white background, high quality image of our product. So we're going to use two examples. First off with this sweatshirt, not too shabby, but this photo is incredibly grainy. It looks like it was taken on a microwave, and it's got a little bit of crap on the left and right. Now, the other image is this waist trainer, which was taken on a bed, very low light. The quality is not the best. So I personally like to upload these images into an app called PhotoRoom, which automatically will remove the background. And that is a great start right there. And the cool thing with PhotoRoom is that also it will automatically generate ideas for backgrounds. So you could potentially use these on your product page or use them on images as well. So I really like just the auto generation feature it has for backgrounds. So for instance, it generated this brick wall background, which we could easily use for an image out of Facebook, because when you're selling clothing products, it's really about just mixing up the backgrounds and seeing what gets the most clicks. So that can be a great way. Or you can generate your own prompts as well. Now, this tool is only as good as your imagination. So you might want to use ChatGPT to whip up some ideas for backgrounds, and then you can put the prompts inside here. So I just did do a Western style desert background for these cowboy boots, for instance, and this looks like a $3,000 professional photo shoot. You cannot tell that this background is AI. But let's get back into the product photos you're going to need when you're selling a clothing product. Now, typically you want to have multiple shots of models wearing it from the front, from the side, and potentially in public as well. So starting off with our first prompt here, I did create an image of a 25-year-old influencer wearing this sweatshirt and take a picture using your iPhone. This part is the most important, so it seems authentic and natural. Now, this is what the image was that I originally got generated, and I really didn't like the background. I thought it did look a bit cartoony. So I said, change the background to something a little bit more natural and realistic. And as you can see right here, this photo looks a whole lot better in my opinion. And then to mix it up, I said, let's do a blonde model who's wearing it outside just so we get some more photo ideas. Now, obviously you might want to change the aspect ratio to 1:1 in case that's what your website is using. But I mean, this looks so freaking good. I mean, that product, you cannot tell that this is AI or the girl itself, honestly. More realistic than my last girlfriend. And then the final model shot I wanted to do was a full body shot of a model wearing it outside in public, and this looks incredibly professional. All the lines, the details, everything is on point. Now, the other images I wanted was to do a more professional photo shoot with backgrounds that are realistic to typically what you see on most e-commerce websites. So this is the prompt I used: 25-year-old influencer, professional photo shoot, have a simple neutral background, nothing too crazy. So background looks great, model looks great. However, you can see here the lines a little bit off. So it's never perfect the first time, but I asked for the revisions of fixing the lines, and as you can see, bada bing, bada boom, we're in business. So then just to get a new angle, I said, let's get a side profile view, and this is what it came up with. The lines, perfect, everything's looking great, same outfit, same model, and then finally a close-up shot so people can see the real details of the product. And that just looks so freaking good. So for our waist trainer, basically the same exact prompt. Imagine you're a 25-year-old model wearing this, taking a selfie in your bathroom. Make sure it's an iPhone. Quality should be an iPhone 14 or lower, just to make sure it feels realistic and not too professional. Bada bing, bada boom. I mean, I could use this for a review style image. I could use this on my product photos. You have so much flexibility when you know what prompts you're using. Now, before we get into the next step, if you want access to all the resources, the image templates, the prompts that I use to scale my dropshipping brands to over $100,000 a month, so that you can scale yours short of $1,000 a day in the next 180 days, or we keep coaching you for free until you do, then click the link down below and apply for my one-on-one coaching program. And you're not only going to get an experienced one-on-one coach that gives you 24/7 feedback and a call a week to tell you exactly what you're doing right and wrong with your store, but you get 5 group calls with yours truly where I'm going to review every product you select, your websites, your ads, and your media buying decisions day by day to help you scale to $1,000 a day in the next 180 days. So if you want to personally work with me, then click the link down below and apply, and I'll see you inside. But now let's get into generating images for our problem-solving products. Now, for me personally, on my product page, I love to have a hero image, which has a money-back guarantee, potentially some social proof, and then a benefit at the top, or you get your money back. Then I like to have a benefit called image, so calling out the main benefits of my product. And when it comes to getting that copy, we'll talk about how to do that a little bit later. And then the final image is just a review style image that I also will talk about how we're going to generate that. Now, when it comes to the copy part, that is the first part. So I personally use an AI tool called Claude. It is the best AI copywriter. So I will do my target market research prompt, which if you want access to it, comment ChatGPT down below and I'll send it to you. But this giant prompt, I basically put in all the reviews of my product, at least the most important ones. And then I will generate this prompt, which has all the main value prompts, the features, the benefits, the pain points that my product solves for my target audience. And after giving all that information to Claude, then I will put in the information as to what I want back. So for instance, I said, give me 10 benefit-driven headlines and then 10 problem-identifying headlines so that I can choose which ones I want to put on my image ads and my product photos as well. So it gives you those options. And then you want to do the same thing for bullet point benefits. So I said, write 10 concise bullet point benefits, and then we have this one, instantly slim your waistline, regain body confidence, et cetera, et cetera. So you can play around, you get all the copy, and then you want to choose the best lines to put on your actual product photos and image ads. Now, the key to creating these more detailed product images and the image ads in general is you need templates as inspiration. So where do you get these templates in the first place? Well, you can go to creative.os, create a free trial, and then you can download as many as you want. In fact, inside of my Notion for my one-on-one program, we have hundreds of these templates where we can edit the Canva link, or all we have to do is just download the image and we can use it in the prompt, and I'll show you a little bit later. Or you can use a tool like Forplay. It's about $49 a month, and what it is people will save the best video ads and image ads from top brands out there. So as you can see, I created this board which has image ad inspiration that I really like, so I can download these and then put in the information about my product so that ChatGPT can recreate those. And it's already pretty much done for you. If you go to the discovery section, you can see there's already a feed. Oh my goodness gracious, Sabri Subi, look at you. And then we go to the brand section right here. We can go to niches, and then let's do beauty, for instance, and we'll see what's going on here. And then, yeah, let's do Coco and Eve. They typically have a decent amount of video ads and image ad creators. But yeah, we can see right here, if we really like this image and we want to put in our own copy, then we can perfectly do that. But this is just a great place to get inspiration and templates for your own ads. So going to our hero image, I did get this originally from creative.os. Now you can see for the waist trainer, I just put in the example copy for the headline, and then I have my product. But let's actually try for a new product. Let's say satin bonnet, for instance. So with this, I already put in the model of the satin bonnet, which is a real model. And then I just had this prompt, really simple. Recreate this exact photo and replace the product with our model wearing the satin bonnet, and then use this headline that we already got from Claude. And this is what it came up with, which looks really, really solid. I mean, oh my God, it looks so freaking photorealistic on the model. The headline looks great. And then of course, if we want to change it to a 1:1 aspect ratio, we can just add that as a revision and we'd be perfectly fine. But this is a great start. And then this template I also got from creative.os. So all I would have to do is just download this image, and then I put in this prompt specifically, which was create a promotional image inspired by the layout of this diabetic shoes ad, replace the shoes with our model, and of course, replace the copy with the ones that are specific towards the benefits of our product. Maintain a clean, modern design. Obviously, I will give the prompt to you if you just comment prompt down below, and I got you guys. And here's the first generation. Not too bad, but I wanted to do 1:1 aspect ratio. I didn't like the trusted by thousands part. I thought that wasn't really necessary. And then there was a little bit of empty space. So I gave it a few adjustments, and this is what it came up with. Also changing the font to Poppins, and that looks incredibly good. And then the last image we talked about earlier was having a review style image. So again, I got the copy from Claude on the exact review I wanted to have. And this is the template I want to use, which again, got from creative.os. Super simple. So going back to our prompt here, I just added the image, and then I said, recreate this, put in the model that was wearing our product, and let's try to get a new one of one who's taking a selfie in her bathroom. And then let's add this quote down below. And this is what it came up with. I mean, it's hyper photorealistic. It's the exact quote. The bubble looks really good. This is something that I can easily just plug and play into my product page, and I don't have to do any work. So let's wrap up this video by creating an image ad from scratch. So inside of my Notion for my one-on-one students, we have all of the main image ad templates out there, and then tons of styles for each one. So let's do an us versus them ad for the bonnet. So we have tons of templates. So we'll choose this one right here, and then we have our own prompts that are specific for each framework to make this process easy. Now, obviously, the better the prompt, the better the outcome of the image. So I am using a little bit of a dumbed down version of the prompt inside my one-on-one program. You got to keep some sauce. You got to gatekeep a little bit. But here's what it is right here. So create a promotional image inspired by the layout of this one right here. And then I put in the copy that I wanted on my side versus the copy for the evil competitors that nobody wants. And this was the first image that was generated. Honestly, not too bad, but there's a few things that I wanted to tweak. For instance, the circles don't have the check marks, so I said, let's add those check marks back. And then I wanted to make the other bonnet look a little bit different because honestly, they look almost identical. So I said, make it look a little cheaper. And then this is what it came up with. Check marks. That one definitely has a rougher texture, kind of looks like a hand towel. So I would say ours definitely looks way more luxurious in this comparison. So guys, that is exactly all you have to do to generate high quality product photos and image ads to test any product in a few minutes with ChatGPT. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to watch this one next if you want to learn exactly how I create my winning video ads from scratch.